He's by Hannah. Everybody's invited to sit down. I mean, otherwise we can tell Rabbi Altein that he will have to pay him less. If you leave now, he will pay you less.
You just moved to town.
Yeah, he's been around. I just got started coming to him, so now he comes here. He comes here.
This was at the JCC. I think it's appropriate for Hershel. If they're going to have acupuncture.
It sounds.
I have no idea what that is.
So you can stay the show and have the high holidays with the grounding practices of acupuncture, sound bathing.
You want to sound bathing? Oh, it's sound bathing. Shaving.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sound bathing. Cantors or made it.
Kick out of it.
What?
You enjoyed it. You got enough from it. You enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it.
So.
She's not going to be a they're introducing a whole new concept. Others should learn from them. To reach out to other people, you know.
The best in I don't know. He's the one starting the coffee shop.
So maybe they have a share with you there.
Riley comes to me.
Is he starting something? Is it going to be kosher? Does he play it?
I'm under the culture and style.
So why does it get under the bar? So others can come here too.
It's not against it. He has a very big. He loves this. Wow, it's very interesting. It's extremely liberal. Very much. But English guys also interesting, but very respectful.
So maybe you should convince him. We'll have more customers.
Might as well. Chaim.
Working in the mikveh.
Last week's, we're in between last week's parsha, Shabbos before Chov, which is a lot of times it's also Shabbos Chov, Parsha Sekev. And the Rebbe also says that Chov is Arboim Yoim Kedem Rosh Hashanah. We start the 40 days of gestation to Rosh Hashanah. So we're going to soon start the Shchei Shalom, 10 days after Shchei Shalom, we're going to start saying L'Davar HaShameri. So there's a medrash that's brought in Chassidus. The pasuk says, "Achash alti meis Hashem meis avakesh, shitu meis Hashem kol mechayek." So the medrash says, David HaMelech is he's playing a game. He says, "Achash alti." He's asking one thing, but then he has a laundry list. Lachas Menei Hashem, levaker veichole. He keeps saying Sukim. He doesn't stop. It's not like the end of Tillim. He keeps on going. He has a whole list. So what's that Achas Shalti? So the Medrash answers, the David HaMelech told the Eivishter, Mimchol lemadati. I learned it from you. It said in last week's parsha, Ma Hashem lekecha shel miyimach. What does Hashem ask of you? Ki im liyira eisi. Have yiras Hashem. But then the pasuk continues. L'dafkebe, L'achas Midrachav. He goes a whole list also. So he tells, the Dharma says, I learned from you, ask for one thing, and then once the door is open, go with a whole long list. That's the medrash. Hamachuni could say a cute medrash, but what's pshat? So Chassidus says that what David HaMelech was telling us, or what the David HaMelech is teaching, what the Pasuk Mashal Lekech is teaching us, is that there's the Achas Shalti. The Achas Shalti means the Etzem and Neshama. And when you have the Achas Shalti, you have the Etzem and Neshama, so then there's a whole bunch of other Avedis that come of it. But they're all an expression of the Achas Shalti. They're all an expression of the Mashal Lekecha, the Bittul, the Etzem and the Neshama. So Chassidus says, when it comes to the difference between Yira and Ava. Ava is like the Alter Rebbe says in Tanya, Yesh Mishayev. Ava is a development of a person's understanding, feeling, attraction, connection to the Eibishter. And so there's multiple levels and different levels. Everyone's on a different level. Everyone's Avas Hashem is their own, is very personal to them in their own way. And because it's Yesh Mishayev, one person, a lower level of Ava doesn't have in it the higher level of Ava. Each level of Ava is its own madrega, it's its own experience. However, when it comes to Yira, because the whole idea of Yira, the key of Yira is the bittul, the opposite of Ava. The whole purpose of Yira, the whole nikud of Yira is bittul tashem. Bittul is all an expression of the Etzem and Neshama. Why is the person batul tashem? Because of the Etzem, because of his Neshama being batul Eibishter. So the difference between a higher level of Yira or a lower level of Yira is just the shaila of how much you're in touch with that bittul. But it's the same bittul, it's the same concept bittul that carries through. To explain Chassidus, that Rebbe brings it many times in my modem, that even Yira Tata includes in it and is really a part of Yirei law. It's just that you haven't achieved it. You haven't gotten to the top of the chain yet, but it's all part of it. Whereas in Ava, every madrig is its own thing. And so this is the idea of Ma'ashal Lekech Hashem Machkim L'Yiras Hashem. Even though Kim L'Yiras Hashem is Yirei Tata, as the Alter Rebbe says in Tanya, that Perik Membeis, that the whole idea of Ma'ashal Lekech Hashem Mach is Yirei Milsa Zutrasi, it's Yirei Tata. But yet, in this Yirei Tata, you have the Achas Shalti. You have the Etzem and Neshama is expressing itself in this Yira as well. So the same thing is also we discussed before about Mesidus Nefesh. That L'chura, we're talking about the Rabbi Yitzchak. We're saying that by him there's the idea of Mesidus Nefesh Ad Gedei Mesidus Nefesh Bepeil, and so from there we have to have Eirah for each of us that we have to be. Mani, where do we come to B'chlal? As able to help, and we shouldn't even we shouldn't have to come to the Mesidus Nefesh Bepeil. But even the the idea of the even if we're talking about the Avos Yisroel, the Avos Yisroel carbonates, and it's very nice. But why? How does it express all the shaykh to me? And so from this we learn that when it comes to bittul, when it comes to yira, which obviously Yisroel, even though obviously Yisroel is the Indian of Ava, but there's two parts to Avos Yisroel. There's the Avos Yisroel is the Ava Shebelev, and then there's the Avos Yisroel in what you actually do for the other person. In normal circumstances, they're supposed to be correlated. In other words, what you do for the other person is an expression of the Ava that you have in your heart. But if we're going to wait around for that, they say a joke. Why don't we say a bracha on staka? So we don't say bracha. We say a joke. Why do we make a bracha on a Indian and staka? It says because the guy is in his house. The guy knocks on his door. He says, "I'm starving. I'm going to die. I need something to eat." He says, "Of course." And he didn't go to the mikveh. How's he going to do a mitzvah like going to the mikveh? So he runs to the mikveh. I make a bracha like going to the mikveh. So he runs to goes to the mikveh. Then he chaps his hat and his jacket and his garden. Then he starts reading his beinen. Baruch, Ata, Nechach. The Rebbe explains in Tanya, he goes, Hashek Hashem Seisa. He goes to the whole Perik Mavav of Tanya. Hashek Hashem Seisa means both Madrigas and everything. And by the time he finishes, Tzonu, Tzivanu, Los, Tzedakah, He looks down and the guy's dead. Then the guy's dead. So no brachas. The guy's give him to essen. As the Meister Alter Rebbe, Chassid once told Alter Rebbe, I think that I think it was the Alter Rebbe. He told him that he gives tzedakah, but he's a little worried that he's not having he's not doing it with the right kavanah, with the right intentions. Alter Rebbe told him, "Daigenish, the oni nemt mit the richtige kavanas." The poor person is taken with the right intention. So when it comes, there's two inyanim of Yisroel. There's the ava in the Yisroel, and then there's the Yisroel. There's the ava that we have to have for another yid, and then there's what we have to do for another yid. So, they're distant from each other. So when it comes to the madrega, the ava is Yisroel. No, so ava already. I'm still saying every madrega is different. But what we do for another yid comes inside the bittul. That's an expression of the bittul. And so over here, it's not negating what madregas we're holding, what we're doing. You just have to do it. We just have to do Peil Mamish. Like it says, like Alter says right away in the Akdam of Tanya. When it comes to Anistaris, when it comes to Avin Yira, so good. Everyone is in their own madrega. When it comes to Aniglas, when it comes to Peil Mamish, that Moshe Rabbeinu and the Pashta Yid are the same mitzvahs to do. The action is the same. The Ma'aseh Peil is the same. So say it's also with the Ahavas Yisrael, the Mesilas Nefesh for another Yid, or the commitment for another Yid. So the Yitzchak went out to the Mesilas Nefesh Peil Mamish, he died because of it. So for us, at least we can do something that we do, even if it's a minor thing that we're doing. It doesn't have to be with the whole Ahavas Yisrael, the whole Madregim, with the whole Heichkeit Shabazeh. Peil Mamish, as long as we do it, as long as we have the Peil Mamish, what we do, that's already an expression of the Ma'ashem Lekecha. It's already the expression of what the Eibishter wants of us to be able to do in Peil Mamish for Chaim.
Our job is not to die with it, but to live with it.
His wife is. He also.
He's careful.
He came Shabbos.
He told me he'll be there Shabbos, but he also said he'll be Shabbos. Sunday also.
Sunday helps him at Shabbos. I hope he still does. Volunteers for that Shabbos on Sunday mornings. I hope he still does. It's embarrassing.
He says he can't come Sunday goes to you. He says that.
You do the Milo conversations. I did it Allah, yeah, Maya. Zach comes to Kiyid. So we have our name up there. Right. So we're clearly I don't want to buy it. I don't want to buy it. I'm not. Just say Chabad there, before she takes it over.
Yeah.
I can see a Muhammad going on.
Whatever. Nobody inside. He called me. We should be there by the...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he doesn't want it.
Same son.
Yeah, yeah.
This is when-
Because the way she treated him.
Terrible. She doesn't want her to do it. He doesn't want her to do it. He hopes that the hospital doesn't somehow let him know.
Okay.
Gonna go.
Okay. Dad, you want to hear? What's the casino is getting on that? Out, this is out.